Man. Sorry, I got thinking, like, just so excited for these technologies, honestly. I know people are gonna get lost and it's gonna be weird, but whenever you and your homies could just like spend the day riding on dragons, you know what I mean, and hanging out, exploring caves, like the shit's gonna look so good. And then at some point, by the time we're like 70, 80 years old, I am so confident that they will have fully submersive bodysuits or gel pods or some shit where you can feel the sensation and be fully submerged. And I am thrilled about that.
Your subconscious already does it. Bro, lucid dreaming is real. That is the craziest reality switch. I mean, like, drugs, anything aside, lucid dreaming was absolutely the wildest experience that I went through in my life. Like, I did it for 4 years. I just tried every day to make it happen. I did all the things that you were supposed to do, slept long, you know.
I feel like we should like seriously at some point dedicate a night to this. We have a couple of people who have met up who are trying remote viewing and other declassified CIA documents that are from CIA.gov sites and shit like that. Project Stargate and all that.
Yeah.
Because we talked about this meditation and lucid dreaming and stuff like that.
It's just the most interesting thing.
And see, when people get talking about dimensions and stuff like that, it sounds like a lot of fun theoretical stuff. You know what I mean? They're so far from like grabbing anything. The reason why dimensions bothers me is because there's supposed to be a measurement. Just hear me out. It's like we got 3 dimensions. It's this way, and out, right? Like it's a measuring term, dimension. Dreaming, whether it be lucid dreaming or meditation or stuff like that, it's actually a place where you could go where you can measure. So it really is like another dimension to me. Like, I don't know about these other ones that we're trying to prove. You know what I mean? It's a lot of hard math hinging on hard math. But dreaming, lucid dreaming or otherwise, actually puts you in a place where you as the observer are in a measurable environment. Now, you may have a hard time measuring it, you know what I mean? Finding a ruler or a way to whatever, but you move through it in those same 3 dimensions. You know what I mean? It's just another dimension. I don't know. It seems very, very, very real to me. And it makes me think, too, like reality. Like, you know, we keep zooming in further and farther. You know what I mean? And then we get to points where we can't really see shit and we don't know what's going on. Inside of a dream, though, or inside of a meditation, if you look inside, like if I cut you in a dream and looked at, and put your blood under a microscope, I would see something. You know what I mean? Like, I would keep creating, but nothing's there. I would be there interacting with it, being impacted by it, changing my life course based on that dream or meditation or lucid dream, whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. Sorry. Whenever I get to think of dimensions.
You could do that.
I don't know. I think you're right. I think lucid dreaming is a real place, and like those mental places that you go, because you as the observer are there. You know what I mean? And other people go there. You know?
It legitimately. It is an absolute fucking feel, taste, touch, everything. So that's just like the feel. When I learned to feel in the subconscious and taste, the tasting, the eating, whatever, and
that's
creating
so funny, dude.
And like, just because it's always a battle of like realizing you're in a dream, putting yourself in that halfway, like, it doesn't matter.
So you're talking about the methodology for lucid dreaming?
Yeah, still. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Just so people know where we're at. These exercises for like tasting and stuff, like these are the exact same exercises whenever we talk about meditation and the journeys and stuff like that.
Yeah, when you
the
take
tasting,
that connection,
yeah, we should. I've even. Oh, good morning, Funeral Funkles. Good morning. Hello, Heart Sis. Hi. I even consider doing like a class on here, going over some of the books that I have. Like, there's one book that I've given away at least a dozen times. Like,
I have it.
What? The Witchcraft? Because it has those exercises laid out in such an easy, digestible way and followable way. You know, you could read and get all the meat to it, or you could just do the exercises if you're kind of already in that that life, you know, and whatever. But one of the exercises that I taught my daughter at a really young age was like peeling an orange and tasting an orange and interacting with a tree, and that exercise is in there. And yeah, I think you're right. Once you like, can feel all the sensations, all the senses. You can get submerged in them. Then your brain can take you wherever it wants to go. Wherever it wants to go. It's great. Is that a book that you recommended here? The Shadows of Creation, Dark Matter, and the Structure of the Universe?
Sounds like a book.
I'm excited because now that my schedules have changed up and I've got more time these days, I'm about to be doing a lot of YouTubing. So I'm excited to do we're gonna have a long D&D how-to YouTube D&D series, how to play Dungeons and Dragons, and several other just video projects. And I think that's one I would like to do. One on meditation, and you know what I mean. I'd love to bring you in and hear more. We talked for a while on the lucid dreaming part of it. I've not been as successful. When I kept a dream journal, I started having way more dreams. That's like an easy practical step. Keep a dream journal and make it a discipline. No matter what, as soon as you wake up, write that shit down immediately. Even if you have to write, I don't remember.
Wake yourself up. I just set alarms for myself.
He gave me some good practical Inception-like advice that was like checking your time. What was it?
Oh no, for me it's light switches. That's my
light switches.
If I'm really, but if there's no light switch, I just kind of look around and try to assess if anything's weird, and I do that. And what you end up doing is doing that in your normal life, which kind of is weird. So you try not to go up to a light switch and try to turn it on and off in normal life, and just be make sure, it kind of blurs the reality, for sure. And that's why it can be kind of addictive because, I don't know how many times in a dream I haven't been lucid and just fucking wrecked my car and killed myself and some crazy shit like that. Weird dreams are falling off of something and with a wild thing. And when you're going through that lucid dreaming and that heavy visual meditation, I guess is what it would be classified as. It just makes you question things.
Absolutely.
Just... weird shit. Shaking your head in the middle of a dream and it's real life. And you're fuck, this is really happening.
Where am I? What am I?
I still, to this day, do that. When something real fucked up happens, I check myself immediately. Because it doesn't compute when fucked up shit happens because everything's usually so good. Well,
this will help your night terrors.
That's a part of a lucid dream. The lucid is being in complete control. Not complete, but I'd say 80%, 85% control.
Well, let me do this. Let me read this comment, and I would love if you gave Mary a set of tips as best as you can to maybe help her, because I genuinely think you do have the ability in you to take control of those dreams and be present in them. And definitely ways of setting triggers and programming, stuff like that. Let's see. He said, which you is you? Your consciousness, your shadows, the water which retains memories on your composition of subatomic, biometric, quantum, biological beings, physical body. The answer is yes. You're all that shit, especially your shadows, baby. I'm just kidding. That's just the role I play. No, I think you're all of it. Personally, I think you're the amalgamation of it, buddy. And that's a really, really beautiful way to put it, I think. And yes, sir, I think you're all of it.
Mind, body, and spirit.
And then go ahead. She can't lucid dream. Night terrors. Go ahead. What are some of your triggers and advice? We'll clip this. Actually,
I realized in my life when I could lucid dream. Yeah, I realized in my life when I could lucid dream when I was young. I was terrified of this. Remember Scream, the teen movie Murderer or whatever. So The Mask. Okay,
they just made Scream 4, I believe.
For some reason, that was the most terrifying thing I've ever experienced in my life. It wasn't Chucky. It wasn't any of the other weird shit. But that thing haunted me.
Yeah, okay.
Haunted me. And I remember it was the same reoccurring dream. And this is how I realized that I could realize I was in dreams. Reoccurring things. So I was always going down this black hallway being chased by Scream, and I realized in the middle of it, I was like, this is all familiar. And I just made a quick decision to duck behind something I had never ducked behind, and then ducked behind it. And as he went by, I reached out and I punched him in the face, and literally everything just like a crazy, just craziest dream ever just exploded into my control.
Doctor Strange moment.
And for a long time during that night, it was so powerful. I controlled everything I did. I flew. Flying in a dream is difficult. Even if you're lucid, it's difficult. It's mind over body, because your body's trying to wake you up after realizing that you're conscious. So you have to be so powerfully set on intent. So your intent is very, very, very important. Not so much your will, but your intent.
Setting your intent.
Yes.
And what are some ways that you or Mary might set your intent?
I would say write down what you want to dream about.
Write down what you want to dream about. Excellent.
Be very specific. And that way your intent is met from your conscious to your subconscious as you transfer to sleep. Wake yourself up. I mean, if you want to lucid dream, if you want to give it a shot and try to battle your night terrors, can't recommend that for you or not recommend that for you. That's your own,
I'm recommending it for you. If you feel like dreaming is such a wonderful space where literally anything can happen, and you could explore the depths of the universe without the limitations of the physical body. It's fucking phenomenal. So I love where you're coming from there, though, man. It's that's excellent. Mm-hmm. And what are some of the other triggers? You'll look for light switches.
Oh yeah,
writing down what your intention for a dream.
So we all have a cell phone. It's very common. So look at your cell phone. If it looks weird, it's not gonna be. You're not. It's not gonna. Anything that has a very defined definition, you'll either notice or wake yourself up as soon as you realize. And so that's the battle. So your job is to wake up your conscious mind in your subconscious without dealing with your body waking up and
being startled.
So being
awake.
In that state between asleep and awake, and you actually get really good sleep during it. But the triggers are just something that you have to find for yourself, because that's where the dream journal comes in. What did you notice?
Dream journals.
What did you notice? That. What did you notice in your dream that was reoccurring? What is something that's always reoccurring? Write it down. So when you realize that this is reoccurring, because as more you train your conscious mind to recognize something that's reoccurring in your subconscious,
right,
then you will just. This is like where dream therapy comes in and everything like that. It's like just conquering your fears and your goals, and I feel like talking about it just makes me want to go and figure some shit out.
I know. Anytime I spend away from it, get brought up, I totally feel that, man. And let me recommend to anybody that will try these, which I highly recommend, be disciplined enough to give it, a few weeks or a few months. And really, I recommend that with anything.
And
you want to try working out or improve your knowledge on something or whatever, give it a few months.
No
at
CBD.
Least.
You gotta, before you go to sleep, no CBD. I wouldn't even smoke cigarettes or smoke anything. I would not drink. I would not do anything. I would drink water and milk. Milk before you go to bed. When you wake up, actually set an alarm for like 4 hours. Wake yourself up. Fucking write down anything that you might have been, because 4 hours you might be hitting REM sleep, and wake yourself up.
Hold on, that's interesting.
Go pee, drink a glass of water, wake up.
As an exercise, are you recommending nightly setting an alarm for 4 hours, every 4 hours?
So no, just for the first 4 hours.
Okay.
First 4 hours, you got to kick yourself into REM sleep, and this is the way I used to do it. I used to drink a glass of milk, go to bed, wake up, go pee, drink a glass of water, go back to bed. And then I would already be just starting to dream in the 4 hours. And so when you kick yourself back into your dreams, your conscious mind has been woken up enough to make it to the bathroom to do it. But your subconscious is actually helping your conscious mind transition. So you start blending your consciousness between awake and asleep while you're going pee. That's why you don't remember when you have to go pee every fucking night when you wake up. It's kind of like a dream.
Yeah, it's interesting. A little homemade alarm clock, too, help motivate you to get up every 4 hours. Just drinking like that. Yeah. Gets you a lot to drink.
You usually will hop back in a dream, and some people will hop back in a night terror. But write it down. Be very aware. Make it conscious. Look at it. That's why you have to write it down. It's very visual.
Yeah.
Look at it. Be descriptive. Get in there. Realize, hey, this is my reoccurring nightmare. I want to create a bazooka and create a bazooka and then blow up your nightmare.
Yep.
I don't know what else to say.
And he actually mentioned at one point that you rarely see. It is. Well, you just got to put in the time. I feel like anyone can do it. It's one. We're all diamonds in the dirt, baby. Anyone can do it.
Look. So, did you see what Larry said?
Let's see.
So, this is something that I have a deep feeling about what dreams and premonitions and deja vu, and like I really don't ever share this kind of stuff.
I think this is great that you're sharing it here. Thank you, Mary.
This is fun.
And Larry, real quick, because his comment went away, he has I'll just read it for the chat. I used to have a repetitive dream of the sky falling on and chunks of what seemed like huge blobs of stone, soil, or something landing on me. In my military career, I blew up about 300 pounds of C4, and we all had to take cover or be pummeled. Mid-explosion, I realized this is my dream from about 6 years ago. Woo, that's intense. Yeah, he has a patent. He has like quite a few patents. That's excellent. Yeah, that's crazy. That is excellent. Thank you for sharing that. That's excellent. And Mary, thank you for sharing. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. I just think it's important to realize the time and everything that we exist in is something that we all have just created to help ease our understanding of everything, right? That's all we've ever done is try to increase our understanding of everything. Drugs, lucid dreaming, conscious meditation, even religion long term in experiencing afterlife or whatever there might be. We've always been trying to just figure everything out. And we don't know a damn thing. As you see, like he realizes it's his exact dream. Yeah, you're right. That's weird shit. Weird shit's happen. Deja vu happens every day. I feel like I should have died at a certain point in my life, but didn't. So what does that mean? I feel like I should have died several times where I've shaken my head and it didn't feel like a dream. Did I die? Did I restart? How?
I don't know. There's a theory out there I love so much that
I like the reset theory.
Yeah, it's that you follow your longest timeline.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every time you meet a demise, you just go over to your next longer going time. It's a fun random idea, but I definitely love it. I definitely love it.
I don't think
there's so many possibilities out there.
It's not even that random. I mean, in all honesty, it just makes sense.
Well, there's just like so many things that can happen in the multiverse, and as far as your consciousness placed in it, and like they're random only in the sense of like there'd be like no venturing or room to discover where that might come from. Like it's super super fun though. Yeah. And I hate that my homegirl is always getting attacked.
I was about to say
she's my favorite cosmonaut, and people always get nervous. No, listen, if people gonna think you're crazy, they just the wrong homies to tell, and that's okay. I guarantee you, my brother and all those homies you hang out with, they want to hear about it. For sure, and I really, 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 really hope that you try these things. I have dreams about death a lot because my mom died when I was 9, and I literally predicted her death at 4.
I think.
Hold on.
That's another
rest in power, huh?
Another instance of just of how is that even possible? You know what I mean? Like, this is a wild world. This is a wild existence.
My motherfucking condolences too. Sis. Let me just say I know sometimes you don't want to hear it. That is just tough. That is very tough, and that's a perfectly reasonable reason to deal with your have some skeletons in your subconscious that you have to work toward.
Mm-hmm.
There are
life has been crazy to everyone. If we all have
demons, in different ways,
we all have demons to face.
And there really are like plateaus that you'll sometimes hit
when you're ready.
Whenever you're trying to heal yourself. But you just keep on working, and eventually you'll rise above the next problem.
Mm-hmm.
And just know that everybody has problems. He's right. You're trying to deal with. But that is tough at 9 years old. That is really really tough. My condolences. And I really hope you try some of these different triggers and taking control, because I think it's possible. I wouldn't tell you if I didn't really think that.
I know it sounds lame, but this is the one thing that really helped me. You have to scream your consciousness. Consciousness now.
No, because see, I'm going to be in the middle of a motherfucking meeting, like a big deal. I'm going to be like, consciousness consciousness now.
No, only after you've noticed all your triggers, all your things. You look at your phone, everything's weird, everything seems more like floaty because it does. You
That's
start
where
noticing.
I'm gonna fuck with it.
And then you have to. It's not consciousness. It is. What would I yell? It was.
Walk in the kitchen. Start placing triggers everywhere.
Like visual, it was like.
That's what activates my Power Rangers suit.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you yell. It really doesn't. I
Right,
would
but
say
having a
something
trigger.
along the line of like, oh God, clarity now.
Clarity.
I want clarity to my situation. Oh, clarity now.
I love
and you
that.
you say that in your dream. You know, you don't say it out loud in normal life, but you just gotta watch out because if you do it a lot, it starts to blur. So you just have to watch out. You can't do it every night.
Yeah, that's so funny.